Hey everyone, it's Gus Sunford, and let's dive deeper into Laughing with the Crowd. This is a story of a young boy who has never achieved anything in this world. I guess at such a young age, I thought that I'd never accomplish anything, and I wasn't really the brightest. I was not even that smart, so I just thought that I'd never reach to a point in my life where, yeah, I'm content with this, or I've gotten things that I'm proud about for myself. I just never thought that that day would ever come. His father hated him, didn't care if he was dead. He was just a laughing stock. At a young age, I felt like I was hated by everyone. I've always been called names, not only by my father, but like from everyone around me. Probably when I was going like at school, when I just started like this primary school, I was always called names, and at home I'd come home to the same treatment. So I tried not to stay in the house that much. I'd always try to find something outside, even though it's ridiculously that I would never take up a book. That's why I definitely thought that I'd never accomplish anything in life. But like things and times change, and the tides swept me away. Even though he was laughing with the crowd, you could see in his eyes that he was drowning. Even though he was laughing with the crowd. Everything that I'd done when I was like so small, someone would always find something to laugh about. And then distinctively remember when I was like at school, and there was like these boys who were like always making fun of me. And then I remember I fell one time, and then everyone started to laugh, and you could see in my eyes that I wanted to cry, but instead of crying, I just started laughing. I laughed, and the tears went away. And I think that it's since then that I practice not to cry that much, because like it doesn't really matter if you cry, it doesn't really matter if you laugh. But I think that it you heal a bit more faster and put it all behind you after you've laughed it out, and to say like, okay, I'm not gonna think of that much anymore. Because like for me, I don't really think about things that happens in the past. I try to like leave it. And every time I take up like this, I began to think of everything, like every thought, every past events just like rushed back in, which is like crazy. They wanted him dead, didn't care how it occur. Please watch your step, don't fall in the trap. Shine like you've never had, let them see it, they deserve it. Give them that smile like you know it's coming. I remember all I could think about is like death. Like I'm probably gonna die like then, there, or anywhere. And with all of the hate that I've got when I was growing up, I was thinking like, yeah, they definitely want me to die. And you know what? And then something weird happened, and I said like, I'm not gonna give in to what they're thinking. I'm gonna like do what I think is right, or what's best for me. So I think that something like you've never had is like to show them that they can't stop you unless you stop yourself. And I think that's when I I felt like a bit more brave about what I do and a bit more proud, and I felt like a lot more self love. And I just said, fuck it, like, I don't care anymore. Don't let them define who you'll be in this world. One day we will die, and eventually we'll dim. 'Cause I know this kid was genuinely written for like your past actions or anything that people say that doesn't define you. And when you think about it, you'll die eventually, not living your life to the fullest and not doing the things that you wanted to do. And then you probably just like die out of nowhere trying to live up to people's expectations, and then you realize that I was just like living for people and not even for myself, which would be so fucking devastating, and I do not encourage that at all. I think that you should live for you, because like you're gonna die, they're gonna die, and once you die, then that's it. You've missed out in everything that you've ever wanted to do in this life, and I think that that's fucked up. Don't do that. And I think that this whole song laughing with the crowd is just like to like accept that you're not really a part of that bandwagon, as I yeah, you're not really a part of that, and I think that that's a great thing. It's a good thing to be unique, and I stand for anyone who is unique, because like being authentic and unique is something that is pretty cool. I really respect that, and anyone who's like that authentic and it's cool, yeah, that's like the coolest thing ever. So with a question of the day, do you prefer writing your feelings down or taking them out? Clearly, I do both. Like, I do both. I probably don't do like in front of people, or but yeah, I don't do it in front of people, but I do when I'd rather write it down though. I do, but if it's like something like so fucking major, I would rant about it to like everyone, and then after I give it like I let it sit. I don't wanna write it out like a song when I'm that angry. But I wanna give it time to sit, and then yeah, I'm gonna write about it then. I think that that's how I wrote a song called Tavanist. I'm gonna give you like a story of that one after I release that one, but like these down the road, smell